So let me repeat this sentence. Any non-right triangles are called oblique triangles. Okay, so oblique triangles can have acute angles, which is a smaller angle. It can also have obtuse angles, which are wide angles. Think about this one. Okay, think about the picture here. Well, we have a oblique triangle, so we need to solve to get all the information about this triangle. By saying all the information, I mean all the sides and all the angles. So we divided the situation in the following 4 cases. Case 1, you know one side, and 2 angles are known. So A represents angle, S means side, A means angle, S means side. So in this case, you have angle, side, angle, or side, angle, angle. That's your situation. In second situation, you have 2 sides, 1 angle, opposite, and the angle opposite one of them are known. So you have 2 sides and 1 angle, which means, look at the case 2 illustration here. You know 2 sides, and the angle corresponding to one of them is known. Okay. 2 sides and the included angles are known. What does that mean? So it means the 2 sides are known, and this angle, which is called the included angle, is known. So SAS in shorthand notation. The last case, you just know all the sides, you don't know the angles. So SSS. Okay, so we know 4 scenarios, 4 situations. Now we are going to learn the law of sines in order to figure out all the details about the triangles. Okay, so let's see what is the law of sines. In short, it means for a triangle with sides ABC, lowercase letter, and opposite angles, capital A, capital B, capital C, respectively, sine A over the side A equal to sine B over the side B equal to sine C over the side C. Well, does this look obvious to you guys? I mean, just the simplification, how simple this formula is. Sine of the angle divided by the corresponding side is always equal. Okay, does anyone have any kind of question about this formula or this theorem? Okay, sounds all good. Looks obvious. Okay, looks straightforward. So in the lecture notes, the author also reminds you that the angles of a triangle must sum up to 180 degrees. That's the case. This sum must be 180. So let's use this theorem to figure out all the triangles in our lecture notes. Here are two questions. So once you are done with case 1, you learn how to do case 2. Once you are done with case 2, well, in our class, we just learn how to do case 1, case 2. We do not have a case 3 here. The last example of today's class is just an application problem, okay? So we just learn case 1, case 2. Before we start on case 1, so let's again first see what is case 1. Is A is A. You know two angles and you know one side. So let's figure out this case. Well, let's see. ABC, they add up to 100 degrees. You know A, you know B. Can anyone tell me what is C?
It would be 80.
Very good, 80 degrees. Okay, so now you know ABC and you know A. Look at this formula. Now you know ABC. You know lowercase a, you know side B, you know side C. Oh, you don't know side B, side C. But if you put all the four information here, you should be able to figure out what is B, what is C. Okay. So plug into the law of sines. Sine 40 over 4 equal to sine 60 over B equal to sine 80 over C. That's it. Oh, I'm sorry, nobody reminded me. I didn't click on my own screen. Okay. Okay, here it is, so that I can record this in the maximized window. Okay. So how do we figure out B? So what is B? You just look at this part. Flip the fraction on both sides.
Would be just B6.
Well, I'm afraid not. Because sine 40 is another number with long decimals. Sine 60 is another number with square root of 3 over 2, right? It's also with long decimals. So let's flip the fraction and figure out it algebraically. Okay, if you flip the fraction, get this. Multiply both sides with 60. So you get that's what you get, right? Multiply both sides with sine 60. So this is very long. We need to plug into the calculator to figure out it. But before we use a calculator, let's first figure out C algebraically, just algebraically. Again, similar, this equal to this. So you can also flip the fraction. So C over sine 80 equal to 4 over sine 40. C equal to 4 times sine 80 over sine 40. That's it. Okay, so I'm a very lazy person. Can anyone help me to plug this into the calculator and just tell me the numbers? I'll give you 1 minute. Give you 1 minute to digest the material and need somebody to help me to figure out this. Okay. 1 minute. If you figure out, feel free to tell me the answer. One minute to review this material and plug in this into calculator to tell me a number. If you figure out a number, would you please type in the chat session or just be outspoken and tell me directly?
So I was able to put both of them in, and for the 4 times sine of 60 over sine of 40 degrees, I got 5.389. So I guess you can round that up to 5.39. And then for the other one of 4 sine of 80 degrees over sine of 40, I got 6.128.
128. So let's say
Yes,
1.3.
1.3.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. That's it. You figure out all the angles and all the sides. You're done with this triangle. Okay, that's all the information you need. Okay. Anyone has any questions so far? Let's continue. So this triangle, A, B, C. Very similarly, once you see AB, you can figure out it's C. So A plus B is 50. So C is 180 minus 50, which is 130. Right? Well, you know the side, you know the angle. Again, the law of sine still works. This time you know this guy, you know this guy. So you know the ratio. You know the angles, so you can figure out what is the sides. So again, let's break things in a bit easier. Sine A over A equal to sine C over C, which means sine 35 over A equal to sine 160 over 5. Okay, so again, you flip this fraction. Then you multiply both sides with sine 35. So the last step is to plug into the calculator. I'm not going to do that. So you can further break this. Sine, I'm just copying the same, exactly the same steps as we did here. Okay. Oh, well. Again, I'm the laziest person in this class. So I will give you 1 minute to review what we have done and have some good boy or good girl to plug this into the calculator, okay? 1 minute, review if you have any question, and do me a favor, plug in this into the calculator and tell me an answer. 1 minute.
Zoom.
So, ladies and gentlemen, can anyone help me tell me the answer here and here?
For A, I got 3.74.
Very good.
And then for B, I got 1.69.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're done with this question. That's it. Does that sound easy or hard?
Sounds pretty easy.
Cool, thank you. Sophia, are you there?
Yes.
How do you feel?
I feel okay about it. I plugged in the second one though, and for some reason I'm not getting the same answer when I plug it into my calculator.
Sorry, what you get?
I got like a negative number.
Well, I think there's something wrong with the input to your calculator.
Okay.
Because this is in the first quadrant, so it's positive, right?
Mhm.
This is in the second quadrant, so it's still positive, right?
Yeah.
So if you get a negative number, there's something must be wrong with your input of the calculator.
Okay, I'll take a look at my calculator then.
No problem, take your time.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're done with the case 1. Let's work on case 2.
For that, when you got a negative number, was it negative 3.49?
Let me take a look. I'm not sure. I'll have to plug it in again in a little bit.
No problem.
Yeah, because I just checked mine. I did it again and I was on radians. So
Okay.
yeah, just make sure you're on the degrees.
I just changed it to degrees, so hopefully that will help.
Great. Thank you, Ernesto, for pointing out. Okay, beware when you put in a calculator, make sure you input it is at this degree, not radians. Okay, let's look at case 2. SSA triangle. Recall this case applied to a triangle for which 2 sides and the angle opposite one are known. Okay. 2 sides and the angle opposite one is known. It is referred as ambiguous case. So why it is ambiguous? If you scroll down, you will see you have 3 situations. Okay. Sometimes one triangle exists, sometimes 2 triangles exist, Sometimes one triangle exists, sometimes no triangle exists. This is ambiguous, so you need to discuss everything in great detail. So I think I can give you, let's say, 3 or 4 minutes to look through the situations before I talk about them. I would like you to pay attention to how would the height affect whether you have the triangles or not. Okay, so pay attention to this detail. How would the height affect whether you have a triangle or not? Let's say I give you 4 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes to read it. Let's meet again on 8:27. Okay, I just heard a beeping noise. So for someone who came in late, right now, I'm giving you a few minutes to look at the 4 situations and see how would the height affect the final triangle you have. Okay, so right now we have 4 cases, so 4 minutes to read it, to think about it. I don't want this class to be me talking all the time. I hope I can give you some time to think about it and try to digest what you have heard from me. Okay, let's come back. The sunshine is kind of annoying. If I use my hand to block sunshine, everything looks so much brighter. If I move hand, it looks so dark. like a scenery of the horror movies. Okay, let's try to block sunshine using another paper. Great, sunshine blocked. So the first situation, you know B, you know A, you know capital A. However, this side A is even shorter than the height of the angle which it creates. So this is the height. Height is B times sine A. Okay, this is the height. Well, you see, no matter how you rotate this side can never touch to this side, right? Can never touch to this side. So they are unable to formulate a triangle. They can never make a triangle together. So think about this way. I mean, let me tell my camera and tell you a joke, real life joke. So you guys see me, right? Have any of you meet me in person?
No.
No. I don't think any of you have ever met me in person. So here's the thing. So imagine how tall I am. Imagine the height of me. So can you guess my height? Just guess. No worry. No guess.
5'10".
Ha ha ha.
5'7".
Okay. So anybody else? Okay. Anybody else? I see 5'5".
5'11".
What?
5'11".
Okay. So anybody else? Well. So all of you are wrong. All of you overestimate my height. Okay, because my camera is very low. That's why you point my head very tall. It seems that I'm almost as tall as this doll. However, this is not true. Okay, let me show you my license, driver license, and you will see my height. And once I told you my height, I will tell you another trick why I'm talking about my height. So let me switch to my document camera. You guys see? And 5'6". Okay, 5'6". So why did I say this? My height. Here's a joke. I have many friends. I'm a very sociable person. Once upon a time, a girl during a dinner with each other, a girl asked me, "Would you please able to introduce me a boy? I mean, boyfriend kind of boy, that kind of boy." I said, I was thinking, I'm a boy. Good. So I asked her, "What do you want from the boy?" She said, "I need 6 feet." So you guys get a joke. I said, okay. Tears. Okay, this is just real funny story. So let's go back to our example and I'll tell you why I'm talking about this joke when I talk about this. So look at this triangle. In order to make a triangle, this side, it needs the height to be this tall. Imagine this is a 6 feet boy the girl wants. However, this A is just me, can never reach that height, so never satisfy her requirement. Okay, so they never make a triangle together. Just like me and that girl can never make a boy-girlfriend together. Okay, any question? Well, that's such a joke. So let's continue. So I hope what you remember from this case that when your height is not enough, you can never get that girl, or you can never make a triangle. So let's go on. Continue the next case. Here's the thing. One right triangle exists if the height is satisfied. So look at side A and the height. Well. She wants 6 feet, and you are exactly 6 feet tall. You satisfy her requirement. Great match. Okay, great match. So you have one right triangle exist. This side is on here. So this side A, if you rotate it to be a right triangle, you can touch this side just at this one point. Okay, exactly. So here you get, you only have one right triangle when the height is satisfied. Anyone has any question about this situation? Let's look at this case. This is my height. She wants 6 feet, which is this height, but I'm 6 feet and 1 inches. In this scenario, well, obviously she's one of my candidate. I satisfy her requirement already. However, since I'm 6 feet and 1 inch, I satisfy the requirement of the other girl also. I'm kind of the most wanted boys on the street. So I have 2 candidates, okay? I'm not sure which one I should pick, whether it should be the smartest girl or sweetest girl. So I'm still thinking about which one should I pick. Okay, so you have 2 sides or 2 girls you can choose. So let's continue. So when your side A is above their height requirement, you have multiple candidates, just like in real life, boy and girl's choice. The more competitive you are, the more candidates you can have, right? It's just a real life situation. Well. Here's a case. Last situation, only one triangle exists if A goes beyond B. So now A is even taller. You are so tall that, let's say you are 10 feet tall. Okay, you are the tallest person, tallest boy in the world. You are 10 feet tall. So what you can do? All the 5 feet or 6 feet girls are scared of you because you are 10 feet tall. Your head is constantly hitting the roof and you have difficulty getting into a regular sedan. So what you can do? And girls are just kind of afraid of you because of your height, because you're scarily tall. However, there's only one woman in the world is 9 feet tall. Okay, tallest women, 9 feet tall. Imaginary women. That's their only candidate. Okay, so in this strange scenario, you only have one candidate. So how do you understand the situation in our triangle? In our situation, A is taller than the height requirement. So you can only move A to this side so that it still works as a triangle. If you move A to this side, this is the height. So where can you put A? You can only put A to here, okay? But if you put A to here, capital A is no longer the corresponding triangle, okay? Because A is longer than B, if you move this side, getting longer and longer, eventually A is longer than B, you have to go over to this side. But in that situation, capital A is no longer your corresponding angle. That's why it does not work. So if you are just too tall, 10 feet tall, you can only find the 9 feet tall women in the world, okay? Here's my explanation. Any question about the height relationships? By the way, let's talk about another joke. Okay, since I found this topic to be funny to talk about. So here's a funny thing. Just about daily life. Let's spend 1 minute talk about daily life. I noticed that so many girls or so many boys, they're not so competitive, but their requirement of their future candidate, of their boyfriend or girlfriend are so competitive. So let's say you're just a regular boy, regular girl, with regular appearance like me, not scary, not too handsome. So don't think about you can get somebody like a movie star kind of boy or girl, okay? Just don't daydream, okay? So the girl I previously encountered, she's very, very regular, very ordinary, not with no good appearance. And his teeth is not straight. His teeth is kind of wicked. So she has so many disadvantages, but she still wants kind of perfect boy. So that's why she can never find one. That's why she turned me help, and I cannot help. Okay, it's a funny thing. Just say something funny to entertain you during the class. I know math classes can be boring if we always talk about triangles, sides, and angles, and numbers. So let's talk about something funny. Go back to the boring stuff, so-called boring stuff. So again, we have those numbers, and we should figure out whether they can make a triangle or not. Well, we know C, and we know its corresponding angle. So let's draw it. C is just 1, so it's very short. But the corresponding angle is 50 degrees, so it's approximating like this. The other side is approximating on this. So what is the height? Can anyone tell me what's the height? So height is C times sine C, which is 1 times sine 50. Can anyone tell me what is sine 50?
0.77.
Very good. So the height is just 0.77. This is the height. And this is the possible points where you can choose on the other side. So you need to find a, which is length is 2, and to make triangle. However, do you notice something weird? 2 is longer than the height, obviously. 2 is greater than height. At the same time, 2 is also longer than the side. Oh, I apologize. I think I made some mistake. So I think I made some mistake. Apologize. Let me think about it. What's my mistake? Oh, I noticed my mistake. Do you guys anybody notice my mistake?
Isn't it supposed to be, is it B times sine?
Very good. So we do not have B here. So we should put A here. Okay. It should be A sine C. So forgive me for crossing this out. I made a mistake. So let's calculate the height again. Height is A times sine 50. Well, can anyone tell me what it says times sine 50? I think it's 1.54, right? Is that correct? 2 times sine 50. 1 times sine 50 is 0.77. So 2 times sine 50 is 1.54. So now you see this side C, this side 2. This side height is 1.54. Those are the possible points which you can choose side. However, the height is 1.54 already. The height is greater than C. So let's say C is here. No matter how you move C, because C is just 1 and the height is 1.54, C can never touch to this side. So no triangle. That's it. Anyone has any question? Okay, let's continue. Well, for this question, I'm not going to talk about right now. I think I can give you 5 minutes to figure these things out. This is a SSA triangle, considering you have such information. Okay, so think about this. Which of the situation does it fall into? Okay, which of the situation does it fall into? I'll give you 5 minutes to think about it. 5 minutes to think about it. Feel free to ask me any question. You can work on your scratch paper. See which situation to fall into. Okay. So let's look at this case. You know A, you know B. What can we do? Again, let's calculate the height. Height is whatever side which is not a corresponding side you can find, times sine of A. This is what you get. Can anyone tell me what's the number?
1.29.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
1.29.
Very good, thank you. So let's draw the triangle. B is 2. This is the corresponding angle A, 40. And the height is 1.29. So this is the side where you can choose. I apologize, I should use a ruler to draw this triangle. This is the height, 1.29. This is the side which you can choose the end point, okay? You can draw a line from this point to connect to any point here. So here's the thing, A is 3. So A is 3 is taller than the height. It's even taller than this side. So you can only put it very far away from to here. Okay, so that's it. So you need to figure out the angles. So sine 40 over 3 equal to, this is sine A over A, equal to sine B over 2 equal to, we don't know what is sine C yet, sine C over C. So let's figure out this. Let's just look at this part. Here is B. What you can do? Times both sides. This equal to sine B. So what is B equal to? Inverse this guy, right? Well. Again, I need some good boy to help, or good girl to help me to figure out this thing on their calculator. Okay, help me on solving this one. If you figure out, feel free to tell me immediately. Anyone figure out yet?
I don't know if mine is right, but I got 25.37.
25,
I got the same thing.
very good. 25 point what?
37.
So let's say 25.4, okay? Degree. So what is C? C is 180 degree minus A minus B. A is 40. B is 25.4. So can anyone tell me the answer?
it would be right around 114.6 degrees.
Very good, thank you. Well, you figure out C. So you only need to figure out what is the corresponding side C. Again, using this. So sine 40 over 3 equal to sine 104.6 equal to C. So C is 3 sine 114.6 over sine 40. Okay. Again, I'm lazy. Can anyone plug this into the calculator and tell me?
I got
Got
4.24.
4.24.
4.24. Thank you very much. Now we're done, okay? Great. Thank you, guys. Any question before we continue the next one? Well, let's continue. Look at this case. This is our last question of case 2. What do you have? You have a triangle A, B, capital A. What can you do? What can you do? Think about this case. Which of it fall into? I'll give you 2 minutes to think about it. Think about it. And I draw a picture here already. So it might help. Okay. So anyone want to voice their thoughts on this question?
Couldn't we do the pretty much the same thing that we did on the last one?
Very
And
good.
Do so, and then with the negative 35, so in
I'm
my
sorry,
mind,
this is equal to 35.
oh, it's equal to 30. Oh, okay, then I
My
thought it
printer is
was
very
negative
bad.
35. Okay, I
Apologize, my printer is very bad.
need to recalculate here for a second then.
Here's the story behind my bad printing. I use a printer. So right now we are all working at home. I bought a printer, a cheap one. It needs to be constantly refuel its cartridge. However, I don't have money when the cartridge runs out. Instead I watch some YouTube video. I try to inject it to buy the ink on eBay and inject it with my own. It seems that I damaged my cartridge already. That's why the printer, it looks so bad. Okay, let's continue the discussion.
So with that one, what I ended up doing was 8 sine of 35 degrees divided by 6.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let's first figure out the height. Can anyone tell me what's the height?
That is 4.59.
Very good, 4.59. So if you draw the triangle, let's put it here. This is B. This is angle A. Let me grab. So angle A, in order to find a point which you can connect to create a side, you can find points on these sides, okay? You can attach from the line from here to here or here to here. So here's the height. Height is 4.9. .59 and B is 8. So where should we place A? This is angle A.
Yeah, on the base.
A is 6. Okay, so it is 6. It is shorter than this guy, but it is taller than height. So you can either put on this side or this side. Okay, do you guys get it?
And it doesn't matter which one we pick, right? Because
It
means at the end
matters.
of
Matters.
Okay.
It really matters. Okay, let's say if you put on this side. And if you put on this side, this will be your side of the triangle, right? Much shorter if you compare to if you put on this side. If you put on this side, this will be the other side of the triangle, right? So there's a huge difference here. Okay, so you have two candidates, either this one or this one. So let's figure out each case. What? I'm losing my hair. By the time you graduate from college, I might lose all my hair. I'm just joking. Either this short side or this longer side. Okay. So let's use laws of sine to figure out. Sine 35 over 6 equal to 8 over sine b. So in this case, sine b equal to 8 times sine 35 degree over 6. So what is a b? B is your inverse. Anyone tell me the answer if you plug into the calculator?
That is 49.9 degrees.
Okay, this is one of the possible solution, right?
Yes, because that's taken into account for both sides, right?
Yeah. So how do we figure out the other side? So how do you figure out the other side? You figure out a acute one. Yeah, this is a really acute one. Separate A and acute. I'm joking. This is acute one inside. So how to find this obtuse one? Notice that this acute one is complementary with this obtuse one. Okay, this angle equal to this angle, right? But the other one is just complementary to that one. So, it is 100 degree minus 49.9, which is 130.1 degree. Okay, you have two candidates for B. So once you have figured out B for the lower case, let's assume you are using the lower case, the smaller one. Let's figure out C. Well, you know A, B. So what is the angle of C? So C is 180 minus 49.9 minus 35. Okay, this is one of the candidates C. Please help me put in a calculator. The other candidate is the obtuse one, 180 degree minus 130.1 minus 35. No, yes, minus 35. You got another answer here.
For the first one, I got 95.1.
95.1. Thank you very much. How about the second one?
I got 14.9.
Very good. Okay, so let's look at the graph. It can be smaller one, which is only 14.9 degree. It can be also bigger one. It's a little bit bigger than a right triangle, like this one. Okay. So you have two candidates for C. The rest job is again use the law of sines. Sine A over A equal to sine C over C. C equal to A sine C. Okay, so now you know A, you know lowercase a. So this is 6 times Sine C over sine A is sine 35 degree. So for C, capital C, you have two candidates. So I'm not going to do it. And again, I hope somebody would help me to plug in C equal to this guy and this guy to give me two answers. Okay, do me a favor, please. When you are finished, just be outspoken and talk with me. Tell me the answer.
For when I plugged in the top one, the 95.1 degrees, so I ended up getting 10.42.
Thank
I
you
guess
very much.
10.4. And then for the 14.9 degrees, I ended up getting 2.69.
Thank you very much. That's it. Okay, we're done with finding all the sides. The answers are circled here, here. So let me summarize. So we are only 2 minutes to the end of the class. I don't think I can continue on any more question. Okay, so previously I said we are going to have a quiz for today's class. However, we're running out of time, so there's no quiz today. Instead, check your Canvas, check your email. I will assign a take-home quiz over this weekend. Okay, the take-home quiz will be assigned this weekend. Check your email, check your Canvas. And do not leave right now. I still need to take the attendance. After I take the attendance, you will be able to go. What? I heard somebody left. I have not finished taking attendance. That person is so silly.
They just wanted to enjoy the nice weather, Professor, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You just want to attend the class without being taking attendance. Okay, great. I'm done with attendance. We're 9 o'clock, 14 minutes. So feel free to go. Stay here if you have any question or if you want to talk with me.
Thank you, Professor.
Okay,
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Hello, Mindy. Is anything I can help you?
I have a question.
Yes, he's saying, can I see you?
Yeah, are you going to upload the PDF for this one right now? Because
I'm sorry, what you say?
are you going to upload what we working on right now?
Lecture notes?
Yeah, section.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to do it.
Yeah, last one I missed.